What up, fam? Peace. So, we gonna talk about what we learned and how we should stay focused and get stuff going for yourself and be productive. Um, all right. So, what have you learned? Okay, we right now we ain't doing no smoking. I'm not doing no smoking, no marijuana. I never smoked. We not smoking no cigarettes. We not doing no vapes. We not doing none of that. I never did do vapes. I never really smoked cigarettes. I smoked weed. That was about it. No other drugs. We not doing that. We not doing none of that. Okay, and we staying focused on the vision, the internal vision. We are refining ourselves. We are um, I forgot what I was saying, but we are focusing on what is productive, what we know we should be doing. We not doing no desires that do not, we controlling ourselves, we learning, we reading books, we exercising. We gotta stay focused. A lot of the things, if you want to change them, you gotta focus on what you want to do, not what you don't want to do. If you want to stop watching pornography, if you want to stop smoking, if you want to stop drinking, if you want to stop being around people, you have to change the things that you do, because it's the things that you do that are connecting you, resonating you to that frequency. Okay, so exercise is a keystone habit. Every day you need to have a daily exercise. For me, right now I am focusing on exercising anytime I can. It really don't matter the time of day, but if I can find a place where I could get something in, I'm gonna get that in, okay? You gotta focus on yourself. Don't worry about what other people doing, worry about what you doing, okay? Because that's, you worrying about them, that's gonna end up, what you pay attention to, you attract, so you are what you eat. And if you seeing something, you eating what you're eating. You eating information with your eyes, you eating information with your ears. It's all being processed into the brain. So stay focused on what you got going. Don't worry about what they got going. It's not about that, and it's about the children, We're here to save the children. Okay, so we gotta do better for ourselves, for the children, because what we do affects children in whatever way that it does. However, I'm feel vibrating affects the vibrations of those who are around children, even if I'm not around children. I may have an impact on somebody who has relations to somebody who has children, and that messes up. If I mess up their frequency, it's gonna mess up the children's frequency. It's not about worrying about what people think or worrying about how people feel. It's about the bigger picture of where are we going? Where is the future headed towards? What are we creating for the next generation? And it starts with ourselves. We create the past and the future right here and now. We don't have time to be worrying about the past. We learn from it. Anytime information is needed from the past to make better decisions now, it'll come up. It's always good to reflect. When you get a chance, reflect. You gotta create time, you gotta create space. You know what I'm saying? You have to evaluate, reevaluate your values. What do you value? What are you interested in? So there's this thing called keystone habits. Now look up what keystone habits are. It's a habit that affects other things that you do. So like how the saying, how you do one thing is how you do everything. there's something about exercise that really enhances your performance with everything. It helps to, they call it neurogenesis, where you build new neurons, you strengthen the ability to learn, you strengthen the brain's ability to learn and take in more information. And it just does an overall well thing. So I say exercise is number one, is at least top three priority for a daily activity. You got to get that in some way or another. You can't miss a day. I'm not saying that it has to be intense or vigorous, but you have to get some mobility activities in. Don't be sedentary. Don't be just sitting around all day. Your bed is for sleeping. Once you wake up, don't touch that bed. Once you get out of bed, don't touch that bed. Now, we know it's best to, they say you should get 8, 9 hours, but the sleep cycles vary. They're not always 90 minutes per sleep cycle. It varies. Sometimes you're in a stage longer than the other stages. Like I said, it varies and it depends. The best way to get optimal sleep is not necessarily to have a set time for you to wake up, but to have a set time for you to rest, and being consistent with that versus waking up on time. Because a lot of times we'll have a goal in mind to wake up at, say, 6 o'clock. Then we don't put too much attention to the fact that, damn, I need to really be getting in bed on time. And we worry about waking up on time. Then we end up losing sleep and quality sleep. So it's more so getting to bed on time and having an alarm set for a certain time, like 6, can disturb your sleep cycles and can have you more groggy and more sluggish throughout the day. So you want to focus on laying down and resting at the same time every day. Me, I like to, the way we live in where I'm at right now, I have to work. I don't have to, but I'm working hourly paid jobs, and I don't yet have full control over my schedule and when I work. So sometimes I might work till 9, sometimes I might work till 11 o'clock. My ideal is, they say, for my studies, it's best to get at least 8 hours of sleep, possibly 9. It depends on your conditions. So 8 hours, I like to, 12 being the peak of the night, the midnight. So I say 4 hours before midnight and 4 hours after midnight. So meaning I'd like to get to bed about 8 o'clock and then wake up around 4. But the thing is, I don't set alarms to wake up. I wake up naturally so that my body knows best. My body knows, okay, shit, because it's doing what it's doing. It's breaking down the foods. It's doing brain function stuff it does. You know what I'm saying? So you want to allow it to do what it got to do, and don't just disturb it, click it off, and plus, depending on certain alarms you have, they can trigger you, startle you, to have you wake up with a certain mood. It sets you off for not so good of a. So it's better to wake up more smooth and naturally. It allows you to regulate your circadian rhythm. You just need to make sure you hit the bed right at the right time. So, boom. I plan to go to bed at 8 and wake up whenever my body wakes up. I might wake up earlier than 8 hours. I may wake up 9 hours or 8 hours and 30 minutes. But the thing is, I'm letting my body wake up. I know when I gotta wake up. I'm not one to just sleep all day and just not know what's going on. I'm a light sleeper. I know what's going on. I'm highly aware of this reality. I know if I need to get up at 5 a.m. and I can't set an alarm, I know how to wake my body up. I've been living in this realm for a while. I know how this time works. So even when I'm sleeping, I know about what time it is. I could probably wake up and be like, shit, I know what time it is. I can't explain how I know. I just know. So, yeah. Just keep focused. Get up, meditate until you feel like you had a good meditation, and get to exercising. Do some push-ups, do some squats, do some burpees, do some calf raises, do something. Get your heart flowing and control your breath and breathe through your nose. Be consciously aware. Make sure you breathe in. You want to consciously breathe so that you can get more oxygen, because if we automatically breathe in or autonomically or whatever they call it, we will shallow breathe and we're not getting as much oxygen that's needed. So controlling your breath, bringing your awareness to your breath, daily meditations, and something that we can learn from the Islamic community is the discipline of divination, communicating taking time throughout the day to communicate and connect with the Most High, the Source, or God, or Allah, or whatever you believe in. So they say they're supposed to pray 5 to 7 times a day. Okay, so it's not necessarily that you have to pray like a Muslim, or you have to do what a Muslim does, or even that you have to be Muslim. I find it beneficial, though, to have a daily practice that keeps you centered. So at least taking like 10 minutes throughout the day to center yourself, like a daily just breathing, just meditation, a daily meditation, to where you cut off the outside world, you cut off the senses, and you focus on it. As less senses as you can. Close your eyes, go to a quiet place, or really just focus on your breathing for 10 minutes, 5 times throughout the day. That adds up to, actually that's 50 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's almost like an hour. So at least 5 times throughout the day. As soon as you wake up, get your 10 minutes in, or 20 minutes. Throughout the day, find 10 minutes, and then another 10 minutes, another 10 minutes. You know, just so and then at the night, reflect 10 minutes to 20 minutes. However you feel comfortable, but at least 10 minutes I recommend, because it centers you. It keeps you focused on what's really important to you and what really matters. You get to reflect, check and make sure, am I tripping on anything? You know what I'm saying? Am I overthinking? And really just breathe and really calm yourself down, and really gives you the opportunity to look at things from a different perspective, step out your body, view yourself from a third point of view, put yourself in other people's shoes, because if we in this body consciously and we're indulging in these senses for a certain amount of time, we can get lost, or what the devil calls drift, or what Napoleon Hill calls drifting. You get drifted off and you start to lust. Lust doesn't always have to do with sex. Lust has to do with desiring. So you be desiring food. You know, this is good for breaking any habits. You have to have daily habits to focus. Okay? Sit, stand, really don't matter. You could be working. And if they don't give you 10 minutes to go do what you gotta do. Shit, focus on your breathing. You know, you can set a timer or don't set a timer. That's up to you. I just don't recommend setting a timer to wake up. So yeah, you have the power and you have control of yourself. Okay, and don't stress yourself too much about discipline. It's more so you need to focus on devoting yourself to your mission, to what you have to do, what you know you want to, what you want to do, what your spirit tells you to do. That Holy Spirit, make sure you really listening and you asking questions so you don't be tricked. You know, you have some suggestions that pop up, intrusive thoughts. You really have to question them, or if you don't flat out agree with them, dismiss them, demand them. You have the power. Okay, so our soul is the one permeating through this body. We have freedom of choice, and we know our mission. We've been tricked and lied to by other people, but those who know. If you're studying yourself and you are about what you're about, if you're about walking on that straight and narrow path of righteousness, then that's what you're about. You need to focus on that. Don't worry too much about stressing yourself out, judging yourself, condemning yourself, and just straight disciplining yourself and punishing yourself. Because a lot of us, when we think discipline, we connect it with punishment. It's about devotion to your right path, your righteous path, devotion to your mission on why you're here. And we're here to save the children. We're here to make this world a better place. Some people are here to make it a worse place. I'm here to make it a better place. So I'm focusing on bettering myself so that I can be a great example, a leader for the next leaders coming up. So I'm playing my role. We all have our own roles to play. You know, I'm playing my role. I know it well. So I'm not perfect. None of this is perfect. We all bump our heads. We all make mistakes. We all fuck up. We all relapse. We all drift off the path a little bit. But we know if we drift off the path, and therefore we've been warned, and we have a choice to get back on that path and get straight to the point, to the center, to where all of this shit, the big picture, is straight to the source. Okay? So stay focused. Do what you gotta do. If other people aren't doing what they supposed to be doing, don't walk with them. Don't walk with them. It ain't got nothing to do with you. If they want assistance, or if they want to walk with you, or they want to head towards where you heading towards, by all means they can seek and assist them. But I'm not finna walk with people who aren't focused on what the betterment of this world and the evolution of consciousness. So don't worry about it. We ain't doing no smoking. We not doing none of that bullshit. And now I'm done saying that we not doing this, because I'm gonna tell you what we is doing. We exercising. We utilizing our body. Like I said, it doesn't have to be vigorous. Just it could be a yoga exercise. It could be a stretching. It could be just gently but taking that time, however much time is necessary. I'd recommend working out all day if you have the chance to. I'm not saying stop doing your other priorities or things that gotta get done, like working and family matters and reading and things like that. But I'm saying, even if it's just 5 minutes to 1 minute, you need to hit that flow. You know what I'm saying? You need to get that, make sure you stay flowing. So, put in that work, man. Focus and get that meditation in, because you don't want to get lost in this world. You don't want to be of this world. We're here to do what we gotta do, and that's that. We're here to rid ourselves of the evil and our evil ways. We're here to rid ourselves of evil ways and get us back to that high vibratory state, because our desires determine our destinies. So they got different layers to this shit. So if you are struggling with, hold on, I got a message. Okay. There's different levels, different layers. So what you desire determines your destiny. So that's why I say make sure you evaluate. Okay. Make sure you evaluate your values and reevaluate and constantly sit with yourself. Constantly sit with yourself. and seek those questions and answers. Use those keys and open up that door. And let the Most High flow through you. Let Source work through you. These here are the hands of God. This is how we get things done. We're here to put these to work. Make sure what you're doing with these is getting the job done. Do the works of the Most High, the will of the Most High. But love yourself. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.